If you were raised by narcissistic parents, you were trained to forget your worth. But starting today, you're going to remember who you are and reclaim the life that was always yours. When a narcissistic parent wounds you, they often do it by making you feel like the wound. Why are you so difficult? You always ruin everything. It becomes a script. And over time, you start reading from it automatically. But let's be clear, you weren't the problem. You were the target. They projected their shame, rage, and insecurity onto you because they couldn't hold it themselves. Narcissists can't accept their flaws, so they assign them to someone else. And if you were the scapegoat, the mirror, the truth teller, that someone was you. Their pain was never yours to carry. But because you were young, you internalized it. You believed you were broken, dramatic, selfish. You weren't. You were absorbing a storm that never belonged to you. It's time to stop carrying their emotional baggage and start returning it not in bitterness, but in boundaries. You can't heal from wounds you believe you deserved, and you didn't deserve any of it. This clarity creates space for mourning, not just what happened, but who should have been there to protect you. And that brings us to the next layer of healing, grief. You didn't get the parent you deserved, but you can become the one you needed. Reparenting isn't about pretending the pain didn't happen. It's about responding to that pain with care, consistency, and compassion. It means speaking to yourself with the kindness you were never shown, setting boundaries your parents violated, resting when your worth feels tied to productivity. You are now your own protector. Reparenting is the daily decision to stop abandoning yourself, to choose self-trust over self-doubt, to meet your unmet needs with love, not judgment. You're not healing to fix yourself. You're healing to meet yourself fully, deeply, lovingly. Because even though you didn't choose your pain, you do get to choose what happens next. There is a fear that haunts children of narcissists. What if I become like them? It's the fear of repeating the same emotional violence, the same silence, the same control. But here's the truth. The very fact that you worry about becoming like them is proof that you're not. Narcissists don't reflect. They don't question. But you do. And that's your power. Breaking the cycle doesn't mean being perfect. It means being conscious. It means recognizing the harm you experienced and refusing to pass it on. It means choosing connection over control, presence over performance, empathy over ego. You are handed a blueprint of dysfunction, but you are not required to build your life with it. You can rewrite the rules. You can heal your inner world so that the next generation doesn't inherit your pain. You are the pattern breaker. The cycle ends with you. In families run by narcissists, children aren't raised. They are assigned roles. Maybe you were the golden child, praised but pressured, constantly performing for approval. Maybe you were the scapegoat, blamed for everything, emotionally punished for speaking up. Or perhaps you were the invisible one, the peacekeeper, always quiet so others wouldn't explode. These roles weren't based on who you really were. They were based on what your parent needed you to be to feed their ego. But none of those roles are the real you. They were costumes forced onto you to uphold a dysfunctional system. The golden child is exhausted. The scapegoat is wounded. The invisible child is unseen. And yet, all of them are survivors. You didn't choose the pain, but you can choose the power, and that makes you unstoppable.